Hi everybody. Hello. I am Professor Ashley. I am your professor, your favorite one, and welcome back to my channel. Also, welcome to my channel if you're new and you just found out that I'm your favorite professor. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you 5 secrets to getting a job in healthcare, and since they're secrets, shh, don't tell anyone or whatever. Anyway, let's get into it. So the first one is that you need to know the space that you want to work in. And that means, so you want to be a healthcare administrator, you really need to know healthcare. You need to know it very well. You need to know what all the different parts are. You should know it very well to where you can have a conversation about really almost any part of this healthcare system with other people. You should be able to have opinions and comments and go, hey, this is wrong or that's wrong, or I like this policy and I think that we should do this differently and whatever. But you should have that knowledge. And when you show people that you have that knowledge, they're gonna think you're very knowledgeable. They're going to think that you understand the job and you understand the field and that you can provide a lot of value regardless of where you work in healthcare. Number 2 is make your resume or CV showcase your relevant education and experience. And what I mean by that, because you're probably thinking, well, duh, that's what everybody does. No, it isn't. No, it is not. Okay, not everybody, but a lot of people do. But yes, the thing is, first of all, I want to say brag about yourself. You need to brag about yourself or get comfortable showcasing your education and your relevant experience and making it look like it's a big deal. You can turn a small thing into something that looks very important on those. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That is actually important and it embellishes it a lot. Anyway, another thing that I want you to keep in mind when you're creating your resumes or your CVs is that you should be able to, pretty much create like a template or you get like a base version, but before you actually send it off to any job, you need to customize it a little bit for that particular job or that particular role. So even though you've created an amazing resume, it looks like, for healthcare administrative jobs, and it's going to be a bit more generic, what you want to do is curate it specifically for that particular job that you really want, which obviously we're going to get into the next one. But anyway, make sure that you change it up. And what you want to do is take the job duties of this particular job that you are applying to, and you want to actually add that into some of the descriptions of the experience that you have. And that's the secret key. Okay, so for example, if the job description of this particular job says that you need to be really good at interpersonal communication with patients. And then what you need to do is somewhere in your resume, let's say maybe you volunteered at a hospital and you did reception. Well, you're gonna wanna take that and kind of put it in your own words, but you wanna take that job, that part of that job duty, and we're gonna put that in your resume under experience when you talk about that volunteer experience that you had interacting with patients. Okay, so you want to say that you want to mention that communication skills that you developed while you're doing that. Next one kind of builds off of this. Third secret, is do not just throw resumes at everything. Don't go on Indeed and go apply. Do not just mass apply to like 50 different job postings in 5 minutes and say, I'm done, that's it. That almost counts as nothing. This field is very competitive. Most likely what's gonna happen is most of those recruiters or those managers are probably going through tons of applications and they're not looking at a lot of them. they're skipping over most of them because they look too generic. There's nothing that stands out at all about any of those applications, so they're going, I don't care. Skip. They're doing that. Unless they're only getting a few applications, but for the most part, if they're getting a lot of applications, they're skipping most of them. These days, when they're going through them, they have other ways to filter through. And if they don't see certain keywords or something that you may have customized specifically for this job, they're probably not going to give you a second look. It's not good to be too generic, and it's not good to just throw applications anyway. What is good is that if you actually really thoughtfully apply to this particular job, okay, so tweak your resume a little bit or your CV, send that in, write maybe a really amazing looking cover letter that's specific, that has specific points focused on that particular job, and that might help you stand out. Also, it's a few other things that are a bit old school that will actually help you and probably help you stand out a lot would be if you dropped off an application by hand. I know it sounds stupid, but that's also a thing that you can do. And you can add like a small gift with it. I know it's stupid, but sometimes that actually works. Like, it still sort of works, especially in this day and age when, I mean, everything is digital and everything is just so generic. So you can mass apply to 100 jobs in 5 minutes, but you can't just walk up to someone in person and give them an application and also give them a gift. And well, you may not have to necessarily hand them an application in person, it's probably going to be online, but what you can do is you can go to that facility that you just applied to, give them your business card, okay, and maybe a small gift, and let them know and say, I applied to this job, maybe here's my application number, so that they can easily look you up. They probably will, because no one does that. That's one huge secret. Do something different and make an effort. Show them that you really want this job. You want to be memorable. You need to stand out, and they need to remember you and go, I think this is the one. Usually for most jobs, you're gonna learn on the job anyway, but they do want to make sure that you can do the job, you're capable, and you're also a really good organizational fit. So culture-wise, you're gonna connect really well with us. So you want to make sure you're friendly, you want to make sure you're approachable, and that you're willing to be assertive. Assert yourself, okay? Next one, number 4, network with people in the field that you're interested in working in. Obviously, this is healthcare administration. You want to network with them. And another thing, get very specific. So if you actually found like a specific facility or hospital or organization that you really want to work for, and you're like, that's my dream job, my dream people, my dream boss, everybody, those people, well, what you need to do is you need to get in with them. You need to connect with them on a personal level if you can. What may be best actually is if you found these people on LinkedIn and started a rapport online. Okay, that way they'll get to know you a little bit better. They'll see your posts, they'll see your experience, your education, they'll know your face. Okay, make sure you have a nice clear photo on your LinkedIn page. They will be probably more willing to meet with you. And if they see your name, because they might actually see you come up next time you apply for a job, and they'll look at that and go, hey, I know that person. Oh my gosh, yes, of course I can work here. Oh my gosh, yes, I want to interview them. This is gonna be so much fun. That's what they're gonna say about you. Or another cool thing that you should do is after you apply, find those people on LinkedIn and try to connect with that person through the messages. Send them a message and let them know you applied. And then maybe look at the stuff that they have in their profile and write them something about that. Maybe if you see that they are volunteers for a certain organization, you can comment on that. or something. Try to connect with them, because that is actually going to make you stand out. And they're going to actually see the effort that you made to connect with them after you applied to this job. And they're going to go, wow, you know what? This person's really outgoing. They're assertive. They probably have great leadership skills. I don't know, but I want to take a chance on them and let me connect with them and see. Let's get this interview. Let's get this interview. Let's make that happen. So that's another thing that you can be doing. Meaningful engagement, meaningful engagement when you network. All right, so the last and final secret to getting a job in healthcare administration is use all the people that you know in your current network. Use them. Okay, and the people in your current network are not just your professional network, because that may or may not be very big yet, especially if you just graduated or you're just barely getting into the workforce. Maybe you have no experience, no work experience at all, whatever your case may be. But if your entire network, so use your parents, your grandparents, your relatives, see who they know, and maybe they know someone who knows someone that can help get you a job. So make sure you stress and tell your dad or your mom and be like, hey, Dad, do you know any people who work here? Or do you know someone, do you know someone who knows someone? I don't know how you're gonna start the conversation, but get your family members and also your friends involved. Anyone that you feel comfortable with telling them about your goals, what you're trying to do, and maybe they do know someone that they can connect you with, or they know someone who knows someone, and they can initiate a connection for you to get you that job or help get your foot in the door. Many times, actually more oftentimes than not, when you get a job, it's because of who you know. That was my story. It's because of who I knew, which led me to my first job in healthcare administration. So I hope this was very valuable for you. And if it was, I would really appreciate it if you supported me and supported this channel, and also supported all these people out here who are relying on my channel to provide them with this vital information. If you would click subscribe and then like this video, I would so much appreciate that. You can dislike it if you want. I won't be mad, but I'll be mad, but I won't know who you are, so it's fine. Please leave a comment if you know another one that can help people get a job in healthcare administration. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. Actually, you'll see me next time. I'm not gonna be able to see you. Bye.